Hello, hello, hello. Today is day 30 of 30 for me. Yay! I showed up 30 days in a row to do fascial maneuvers. I just want to say thank you to everybody who has supported me along this journey. I really appreciate everybody that showed up or liked my videos. I'm really, really happy that I was able to be here for everybody and do this fascial maneuver challenge. I'm super proud of myself, and I am grateful to have been true to myself and made it through. Like, I'm actually pretty reliable and dependable. Maybe 3 minutes late to stuff sometimes, but I always show up when I say I'm going to show up. And so there you go. Today, I would like to just kind of review a little bit that we are all energy beings. We are all just vibration and frequency. Everything you see, smell, hear, taste, touch, every thought you have is a vibration. And one of the ways to help yourself is to mind your vibration. And that means catch yourself when you're thinking thoughts you don't like and shift your focus somewhere else. Catch yourself when you're talking bad to yourself. One of the most important lessons I have learned this year is that if I truly love myself, I can't call myself names. I can't dog myself because I didn't get done everything that I thought I could get done. I'm not a super being. I'm a human. I am fallible, and I have to give myself grace. You know, how can I expect somebody else to love me if I don't love myself? And if I really love myself, I won't talk smack to myself. I won't, be mean to myself or do those things that don't make me feel good. I need to do those things which honor me, honor myself, and allow me to be my best being. Go lay down, buddy. Go lay down or go outside. Oh, I gotta let this dog out. You guys go outside. You're gonna stay out. Okay? You're gonna stay outside. Go on, Nody. Yes, those are my bossy little dogs. I was gonna put them next door, and I totally spaced it off. I've been doing pretty good about that, and there he goes. It's rutting season out here in the woods. I really appreciate you guys. And so first, I just want to talk about one of the ways we can do for ourselves is to just pay attention to the sensations in your body. If somebody says something to you and you get triggered by that, just know that they are being a mirror for something that you're not one to look at. You have to honor that and allow yourself to just feel, what are they showing me? Why am I getting so... I like to call them clues. People call them triggers. That's kind of like pulling a gun on something. But it's more like a clue. Like I become Sherlock Holmes in my own mind. Why did what that person said make me angry or upset? Why am I having such a big reaction to it? That's one of the things I like to do. Another thing I like to do is if something happens and I get news and I notice that the pit of my stomach falls out or I feel like a bunch of fear with that, I just need to, for one, ground myself, ground my energy, and I like to imagine I'm sending roots into the Mother Earth, really long, deep roots. And so let's just do a little meditation where we imagine the light coming in through our being, clearing out all of our chakras through us into the earth. That's a really powerful way to shunt that energy or to siphon that energy off of ourselves. I have gone through a lot of things that just terrified me, and I didn't even know why. It could have been an experience I had when I was little that I didn't remember. It could have been a past life memory that was getting, clued in on. But anyway, just reviewing those things that really get my heart racing or make the stomach drop out of my, the pit of my stomach. So now I just have a new thing I do where I imagine the white light coming in. So just imagine, just sit there in your body, feel and sense inside your body, and then imagine a white light coming from divine being or creator or God or whatever you call it, universe, coming through your crown chakra, in through your body, and going all the way through you to the roots of the earth. You know, the Mother Earth, she holds us in her embrace. We are, you know, we're like little symbiotes on her. If we take care of the Mother Earth, she takes care of us. She gave us life. Creator and the earth, between the two of them, have given us life. So we need to honor that she is here to help us transmute and change energies. I believe everything is ascending. I believe the energies of the earth are shifting. And so we can work with that. You know, if you push against it, you're just going to keep getting more examples. You know, what you resist persists. Why? Because when you're resisting something, you're actually vibrating at the frequency of, I don't want this thing, but that's your vibration. So the universe, you know, that which is like unto itself is drawn. The universe will keep sending that to you until you shift your vibration. So as we imagine the white light coming through our chakra and clearing out all of our energy places, you know, you can imagine the white light, the bright purple, the dark blue, the blue of your throat chakra, the green of your heart, the orange, the yellow of your, solar plexus, the orange of your sacral chakra, and the root. If you just imagine like the rainbow coming through you and washing away all of those energies, sending it down into the earth, it can be a very powerful method for just releasing energy which is not serving your purpose. Because if it doesn't feel good in your body, it's showing you something that's not serving you. It's showing you that you're focused on something that's not good for you. It can show you that you're putting your energy, you're feeding energy too. You know, people want to talk about the war and all these things, and they don't realize that anything you focus your energy on, you are basically feeding it. You're feeding it, and anything that gets fed gets bigger. Anything that you withdraw energy from starts to lose power. So we all need to remember these things. Okay, let's just do a few basic maneuvers today. First, just want to sense into my body, like feeling, you know, just feeling into my head. Is there any pressure? Is there any noise in my head, in my neck, my shoulders? I'm feeling the energy in my arms and my hands, down through my chest, into my stomach, down through my hips, my thighs, my knees, my calves, my feet. And I am feeling more grounded just from doing that simple little exercise. You know, when we touch base with our body can support us on our mission. Okay? So first, let's just do an organ reset today. An organ reset is a really good way. It's a really powerful way to pull your energy back to yourself. It helps you relieve anxiety. It can support all your organs. Now, you know, your stomach, your intestines and stomach, all of these areas in here, they process your emotions, not just your food. So if you have emotions coming in that you're resisting, they sometimes can get stuck in places of your body. You know, your anger and your frustration are in your gallbladder. Your fear lives in your kidneys and your bladder. So just knowing where these things might land might help you identify where the energies are that you're pushing against. You know, anything you push against resists. You know, it's just like a push-pull. It's like that little Dr. Seuss animal with two heads, you know, push-pull, push-pull, push-pull. You got to work with your energies, not push against them. So first, we're going to find our belly button. We're going to come 2 inches to the right and 2 inches down. And then I'm going to twist a little bit in that. It's like a little knot in there where your intestines come together, your large and small intestines come together. I'm going to put my hand behind my neck. I'm just going to make sure I'm centered and balanced on my feet. And I'm just going to breathe into my ileocecal valve here. I'm going to do 3 times through the mouth. Really relaxing into it. I love you too. And I'm going to breathe in my nose. Just imagine any extra energy that doesn't belong there going through the roots in my feet. centering and balancing myself. I'm going to shake that off. I'm going to come up. So I'm going to find my rib cage, and then I'm going to push in a little bit here, just a little bit under the rib cage right there. And that is where our liver and our gallbladder are. Like I said, the liver and gallbladder is where fear and resentment ride. So sometimes when people are, if you ever notice that people drink a lot, get very angry, that's because the liver processes anger. And when it's having trouble processing whatever we're putting into it, we can get angry. We can get really frustrated and angry. So we're just going to push into there. We're going to put our left hand behind our neck, and again, breathe in the mouth. Feeling if there's a lot of energy, we just kind of want to pull that and let it go through our feet. And a third mouth breath. Now in the nose. 2. And 3. A lot of times I'm going to shake that out. I like to imagine the white light coming through and just washing through my organs and just sending that energy, the extra energy. You know, sometimes it shows up as colors. If it's not like, if your liver isn't a nice bright green color, if it's got some ooky brown, just send that brown into the earth for transmutation, to be, you know, cleansed and nourished and changed by the Mother Earth. Okay, next, we're going to slide along the rib cage, and we're just going to pull up. This is our stomach. Our stomach processes a lot of worry. It can, you know, it can really, that's why when you get worried, you don't want to eat sometimes, or maybe you want to eat all the time. It can have both effects. I'm going to put the left hand behind the neck, and again, I'm going to breathe in my mouth. I'm dropping my shoulders. I'm really relaxing into it. 3. Sending any extra energy that I don't need or don't want in through my feet to the earth. Breathe in the nose. 2. 3. Shake that off. I'll find my belly button again, come over 2 inches to left and come down to where my large intestines are. I'm going to pull in, and I'm going to put my left hand behind my neck again. Like I said, the intestines, they really process a lot of emotions, and if you're not processing them, they got to get stored sometimes. So your digestion often stores the emotions which you don't want to pay attention to or look at. So breathe in the mouth. We have a fear-based society, and that's really working on people's fears and anxieties, and they store that stuff in their guts. And a third. Breathe in the nose. 2. And 3. So shaking that off. Next, we'll release our bladder. Our bladder holds a lot of fear. You know, when kids get super scared, sometimes they pee, and that's because fear is processed and held, you know, is processed in the kidneys and held in the bladder. So, you know, that's one of the reasons. Okay, so I'm going to find this bone right here, this pelvic bone. I'm going to bend over. I'm going to really push in. And I like to lift up both of my hands and separate them. So I'm really lean, and then I'm going to lean back, and I'm going to push into it with my pelvis. Okay, I'm going to lean my head back just a little bit. I'm dropping my shoulders, and then I'm going to breathe through my mouth. 2, 3. Dogs sometimes do the same thing in the nose. 2. We can always send that energy down through our feet into the earth. And 3. You don't have to let fear sit in your body. You can send it in, send it away from you to be transmuted. It's a very powerful exercise once you start learning all these tricks. Okay, next I'm going to do my kidneys. So I'm going to grab on the right side, right at my bra line. You know, it might be at the nipple line for guys, or, you know, some people have larger breasts than me. Just, you know, grab around, grab your rib cage. You can squeeze and pull down. We're going to put our left hand behind our neck. We're going to lean a little bit to the left. I'm going to turn my head to the right. And I'm going to breathe 3 sharp breaths just to activate that area first. So, and then I'm going to breathe in my mouth. Just imagine and visualize all that excess energy leaving. Fear doesn't serve anybody. It's a way to control the masses, really. Breathe in the nose. Just releasing all that energy. And unwind. When you're in fear, you have a bunch of extra chemicals that are they're stimulating your fight or flight response, and you cannot make clear-headed, level-headed decisions from a fear-based place. So they don't want us to be able to be discerning. They don't really want us to be in control of our own lives, because if they can control our lives, they can just take our money, work us to death, you know, shoot us through the system till we're dead. It's just not a good system right now, but it's changing. I have faith and confidence it's changing. Now I'm going to do the left kidney. So I'm going to grab with my left hand, grab my rib cage. I'm going to pull down and squeeze. I'm going to put my right hand behind my neck. I'm going to lean over to the right a little bit. I'm going to look to the left. Yeah, look to the left. And then I'm going to activate that with 3 sharp breaths. And then I'm going to breathe in my mouth. Just releasing. 3. In the nose. 2. And 3. Shake it off a little bit. I'm going to slide my hands down. There's like a place where your thumb just kind of wants to settle at the bottom of your rib cage. Now I'm going to squeeze. This is where our spleen is. In Chinese Oriental medicine, the spleen is kind of like the general. He gets everything going. He keeps everything riled up. It has a lot to do with worry and stress. So when you release your spleen, you're just kind of settling your system. So it's a very powerful technique. I'm going to lean a little bit to the right after I put my hand behind my neck. I'm going to look my head down a little bit. I've got my spinal pelvic lock engaged for all of this. I might not have said that, but I do. And then I'm going to breathe in. In the nose. Just releasing all the tension. And to shake that off. You know, our thyroid is at the base of our throat. When our throat is blocked, it could be many reasons. It's because we've never been allowed to express our truth. It's because we've been made wrong for our feelings or our emotions. It's because we don't feel safe, or we don't have the tools, the psychosocial development. There's so many reasons that we can get choked in our throat. But when you start to release your thyroid, and a simple way to do this is just grab gently on the skin on either side of your throat and lift up. Put your left hand behind, lifting up, and then just breathe in. I feel my shoulders dropping. Breathe in the nose. And release. Another way to really calm yourself down is to bring in the power of the mind-heart connection. The Brain Math Institute has done a lot of scientific studies. When your brain and your heart and your brain are in sync, then your body puts out feel-good chemicals, and it processes out all of the stress chemicals. You know, stress is cortisol, epinephrine, all those kind of things, adrenaline. Those things keep you in fight or flight, and when you have a lot of that in your system, a lot of anxiety ensues. You don't make level decisions. You know, you get a lot more reactive. You stay in fear a lot more. And so just bringing balance to the head-heart connection releases the good feeling chemicals. You know, oxytocin, serotonin, all those kind of things. Those things put you into a parasympathetic state so that you're relaxed. You're able to meet things on an emotionally level playing ground. And that is where we really want to approach life from. So I'm going to breathe in my mouth. And again, I'm imagining a big white light coming through and connecting my heart and my head. In my nose, I'm going to breathe into my brain and just kind of sync my brain beat with my heartbeat. I'm going to slide my hand down and just acknowledge and thank myself. You know, I've gotten a lot quieter just sitting here doing a basic organ reset. I feel I was a little hyper when I started, and now I'm just kind of calm. The power of the brain-heart connection. It's amazing. Awesome, 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 awesome. I would work my arms all the way up. I really like to do this shoulder release. It really helps me. And just taking your time with it. You know, sometimes just doing the twisty wristy, that helps me a lot. Because it opens up all this fascia that gets constricted for being a crafter and a typer and a doer and a chainsawer and a tractor, all that kind of stuff. So just focus a little bit on like twisty wristy. I would also do the stretch, you know, where you pull and curl and stuff like that, and that can really help too. Today is step 29, Scorpio. Yay, we made it through Scorpio season. You know, hopefully we have established some boundaries about what we want to create for this next year. You know, Scorpio is kind of like the beginning, really, because it's where you carve out the space, you make a boundary, you decide, do I have the time, energy, you know, focus to do the tasks you want to do? And on a step 29 day, you need to 922, in other words, you need to act on your feelings before you can embody your truth. You know, step 11 is about embodying. It's a healing. It's paying attention to all the details. It's getting things organized. It's stepping into that power spot where you're embodying that which you want to create, you know. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's session, and I'm really happy for everybody that's been supporting me. I'm going to keep going live, but I don't know if I'm going to make every single day. I'm probably going to take off the weekends because I want to start doing some stuff around, and it might not always be at 1 o'clock. I'm going to play around with the times a little bit, but I really appreciate everybody that has showed up and supported me for my 30-day self-challenge doing fascial maneuvers. And I'll probably start talking a lot more about the energy of things and just kind of the way things work, because knowledge is power. You know, Francis Bacon said knowledge is power, and I totally embrace that. I have that on my website, and which is just basically my name, leahchastain.com, and I'm just helping people get better in their lives. I'm, you know, with astrocartography and some wellness coaching, lifestyle coaching, all that good stuff. I really love everybody, and I'm so glad that you guys showed up, and I'm hoping that you got some benefit, and my videos are still going to be on there. So if you need to just pull one up, I try to list what we went through on that day. So if you need something for your hands or your wrists or your arms or stuff, just go find that video. You know, I'm also starting to post on on YouTube, because I'm going to start creating content, better content. I'm just transferring my Instagram stuff over there right now. It's Leah's Lifestyle Choices with no dashes or anything. But if you guys would follow me, because I started a whole new account to start all that. And I love you guys, and I thank you. And until I see you next time, probably tomorrow, maybe not.